Wow. Just wow. Hey guys, welcome back to Adlib Talk, and this is my review for Luzzu. But before we start with this review, don't forget to leave a like on this video if you enjoyed, and please do consider subscribing, as those are the two main ways you can help support my channel right here at Adlib Talk. Cheers, and let's get right into that review. So, Luzzu is a simple story when you think about it, but it is in its simplicity that it excels. As a character study, it works. It's powerful in its analysis of our working class protagonist struggling through everyday problems. His name is Yezmark Shikluna, a local Maltese fisherman who has a Luzzu, which has been in his family for generations. Yezmark is facing the struggle I'm sure many local fishermen are facing right now. He is fighting with larger ships like trawlers, corrupt officials, and a system that just doesn't want fishermen to continue doing their job, but rather to change industry. I think, first of all, that Alex Camilleri deserves a lot of praise for this movie. He took a lot of risks, and many of these risks work really, really well. First of all, he cast local fishermen in important roles, including Yezmark himself. Our main lead gives a truly fantastic performance that feels so real and poignant. Yezmark does a lot of work with his body, especially his eyes, but there is no melodrama in his performance. This is classical neorealismo at its finest, as we see him attempt to wade through 1,000 problems with a family that just doesn't believe in him, a baby boy with growth problems, and a profession that just isn't paying the bills. Yezmark deftly showcases all the weight on his shoulders. Another performance that I enjoyed was that by Uday McLean, another very authentic one, showcasing all the difficulties an Asian man faces in this industry. Another aspect of this movie I enjoyed was the cinematography and camera work. Léo Lefebvre does an excellent job showcasing life in Malta, and despite it all being very down-to-earth and almost documentary-like at times, he still manages to showcase some incredibly beautiful scenes and some incredibly beautiful shots. I especially enjoyed the fishing scenes. No, I actually loved pretty much every shot in the sea, to be honest. The nighttime scenes especially make excellent use of lighting. Also, the climactic scene was beautifully shot and executed, especially the way we see Yezmark leave the scrapyard with his Luzzu being destroyed behind him. Very, very emotional scene as well. The movie touches on some interesting themes and makes use of some pretty obvious symbolism, to be honest. Out with the old, in with the new seems to be the order of the day, and that is something that is portrayed in a number of ways, with especially the elderly fishermen constantly complaining about the new regulations that are truly stifling their ability to make a living off fishing. At the same time, the hypocrisy of it all is that large trawlers are allowed to roam the sea, bringing in illegal fish due to shady deals done with supervisors. We also see the EU putting pressure on these local fishermen, offering money for them to decommission their boats. And at the center of all this is Yezmark's famous Luzzu, a once great boat that is slowly falling apart, just as these fishermen's livelihood seems to be slowly in the process of being erased as well. All these elements are portrayed really well, and I thought that Camilleri did an excellent job in offering a balanced view of the experiences that fishermen are going through without ever being too judgmental or negative about it all. I was happy that the movie was not scared to show the corruption omnipresent in the system, if fleetingly. As I said, it is all very documentary-like and very, very authentic. One last thing I wanted to talk about before discussing negatives is the music. I thought it was done really well, and props to John Natchez for that. Honestly, there's not too much I disliked from this movie. To be honest, there were some moments, especially during the family problems that Yesmark had, either with his wife or with his mother-in-law, that felt a little by the books. From the moment I heard of Denise's mother, Denise obviously being Yesmark's wife, I knew that a conflict was going to develop there. Also very predictable was the couple's imminent conflict with regard to his profession and his sort of inability to provide for his family. It treads on familiar territory here and can sometimes feel a little weak. There were also some moments during those scenes I'm referring to in which line delivery was not as convincing, and these scenes were not as powerful as I was hoping they would be. Contrast those moments with the climactic scene in the scrapyard that I already mentioned at the start of the review. I haven't felt this emotionally destroyed in ages. Seeing the pain in Yesmark's eyes was truly heartbreaking. I was just hoping he would turn around and stop the inevitable destruction of his boat. The movie's ability to put you in the shoes of Yesmark is incredible and a great achievement. Now, with all this in mind, what about the rating? Well, having thought about it quite a bit, I was going around between a 3.5 and a 4, but honestly, I did enjoy this movie so much that I think it truly deserves a 4 out of 5. So a 4 out of 5 for Luzzu, and my recommendation for everyone to watch it. Needless to say, this is the new benchmark by which every Maltese movie should be judged. Congrats to everyone involved, and I'm very much looking forward to reviewing more local productions. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed that review, and if you did, as always, don't forget to leave a like on this video, and please do consider subscribing. Cheers, and I'll see you guys next time right here on Adlib Talk.